Hi everyone, I'm Mosha Lundström Halbert, the fashion director of Therma Kota, and I'm here with my mother.
Hi, I'm Linda Lundström, and I'm the creative director for our Therma Kota line.
Yes, you are. You're one of the most creative people I've ever met. And I wanted to talk a little bit today, Mom, of kind of the story behind the Shearling. How did we come to be so obsessed with Shearling? Why Shearling? Why has this become a real pillar of Therma Kota?
Well, first of all, it's a material that is very, very practical. On the leather side, the leather cuts the wind. On the wool shearling side, creates a layer of thermal warmth, so it contains and circulates your body heat.
True.
And it's a byproduct of the food industry, so it's got a very environmental component to it. And actually, all of the styles are reversible. And one of the reasons we did that was because it's got a different look. It's very luxurious on the shearling side. The reason that we're using shearling, it was one of the materials we were using when we began Therma Kota, and our customers told us through their response that this was what they really loved, and the success of this material encouraged us to do more and more shearling in the Therma Kota collection.
I think there's just something about the tactile element of shearling where it's really melding like your favorite wool sweater with a really cool leather jacket in a way. Mm-hmm. And by finishing it in this reversible way, you kind of have both of those options. I mean, and I'm wearing this new vest style right now, the Ragna, and it really shows that shearling doesn't have to just be, you know, your biggest, heaviest coat. It can also just be this really lightweight body warmer topper that you're wearing over top or underneath other things as this perfect other layer.
So this year we brought in 2 new vest styles, which I'm really excited about. But you know, when you do photo shoots, which we are about to do tomorrow, and you've got garments that you're throwing into the back of a car and they're rough and tumble, this shearling stands up really well to wear and tear. And
that is such a good point, because I've done so many photo shoots where like
you have the lint brush and you've got
the
the steamer.
In the back of the car steaming, and you're like, everything is so...
Everything has to be perfect. With this, we just throw it in the trunk.
Yeah.
We can be on a glacier in Iceland, or we can be at a waterfall or whatever, and we just, you know, carry the shearling, and it's rough and tough.
The shearling that we use too is different than the shearling you're finding like in a vintage store that is really heavy and stiff.
Yes, that's because I tell our supplier how long I want the shearling to be cut. The wool side to be cut, and I get it cut a bit shorter than some of those real heavy coats, because a lot of the weight is created by the length of the shearling. So it's still got a nice, and it's also brushed so that the hairs, if you like, on the shearling side sort of stand up, and it creates more thermal warmth and lightness at the same time.
You know what I just remembered too, which is the coolest fact about shearling, is the lanolin coating that the wool side has. So
well, you discovered this when you got caught in a rainstorm on one of your photo shoots.
Yeah,
right.
And if you are in wet weather, I mean, shearling, it's not a raincoat, but the wool side is actually more ideal than the leather side. Because lanolin, so sheeps naturally produce when they're out in the field, a natural oil that protects their wool from the elements.
Yeah, so the water just beads off. It's
exactly like oil and water, so it doesn't really absorb in the way that you think it would.
Yeah, it's the same thing as an Icelandic sweater.
Yeah,
wool, the water just beads off of it.
But this, an Icelandic sweater can be very itchy, especially against bare skin.
It's not itchy.
The way that shearling is sheared makes it so that it's not itchy. It's way more like hypoallergenic. I find it feels amazing on bare skin, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And you also cut the shearling, Mom, and always put it in our garments with the nap going up, right?
That's right. So the nap on the skins is all going up this way, and that's what gives this really deep, rich color.
It glistens.
To the
You can see how it's
product.
It's not flat.
No, it's got a real depth to it.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's one sign of a quality garment, is to have the nap going up, and if it's not, then it doesn't look as rich, and it takes a little bit more material to do it that way.
The other thing I find, and kind of our last point that we really wanted to make about Shearling, the story of Shearling, and why we love it, is we're really seeking to create the type of wardrobe staples and pieces that are uber versatile, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, because, I mean, we all have probably got enough clothes. And how to take what you've already got and just elevate it with an investment piece like Shearling that you can wear several ways.
Exactly, because people don't really dress in the way they did before, where you had like clear divisions between like casual into more formal wear.
Yeah.
You want the type of coat where this, you know, can look really a lot more dressy on with the wool side out, let's say, and then you are getting with the leather side out a bit more of a like rock and roll vibe, which I love. It's so versatile depending on the colors. I mean, we got to do a whole other separate thing on this. We'll just end with like just showing you how wow Shearling can be.
So Shearling, you can do a lot of stuff with Shearling, and one of our suppliers has coated this Shearling with a color shifting, iridescent coating that gives it this wonderful, move it around so that they can see how it changes color with the light. It's mesmerizing. I don't know if it's coming across on this video, but it's absolutely mesmerizing. And then the other color that it comes in.
So this is called Black Opal, and this is called Arctic Opal. Limited edition, and you know what? You might think we're crazy, but we think these are neutrals. We really do. I think we call these statement neutrals because it's the type of thing, it actually goes with everything, but you really are stopping traffic wearing such a sensational style that has all the practicalities that we were talking about.
So our basic
Shearling.
Our basic colors are, in addition to the iridescent, are lava, moss, and ginger snap.
I think you need each one, actually. They all serve a purpose, but I think we'll get into helping you choose your color in our next Shearling session. So thanks for tuning in.